And Bones here, and this is kind of a update slash philosophy video. And I wanted to talk about why I carried the bag in the first place, and how the other bags came about. And basically, I carried the one in the middle by itself as a bare bones kit, and it wasn't anything I really threw together. It was more of something that, I had the Camelback. It was issued to me, and I had kits made left over from my days in the military, and I had used them many times, and figured I would just fill the two pouches in the Camelback with first aid and a survival kit, and see how that went. And basically, this particular Camelback, it has a fairly decent amount of room. This is a thick first aid kit, and this is a pretty thick pouch up top. And I was actually running this first aid kit in the blue bag overseas. So it was a kit I found and bought. And I just figured, I was always somewhat prepared anyways. And so I just kept it in the car and added to it later. And then I added, the trauma pouch because I had a trauma kit that was just kind of floating around in the trunk also. Well, the bag on the right, the high-tech bag, is kind of the medium out of the three. And that came about because of Haiti and the earthquake in Haiti. And I saw all these millions of displaced people basically roaming the countryside of Haiti looking for Red Cross tents and crap to save them. And they had nothing. And I was like, whoa, shit. And then Katrina hit. Katrina had already hit. And I started thinking about that. Like, that didn't inspire me to do much Katrina, but Haiti really hit home because the area I live in, earthquake would be our natural disaster. And so the Haiti prompted the bag, and Katrina kind of dictated what went into it. And I told my wife, you need something in your car. And I chose to keep it in the car because if the house collapses, or your work building collapses or something, and you are outside, your car is still going to be sitting there, and it'll be in the trunk. And even if something fell in your car, the odds are it's going to be more readily available there, and then you have it wherever you go. And that's the philosophy behind a go bag, is to just have it wherever you go, and just have it sitting there, out of the way and ready to be used. And so we just went looking to build a bag on a budget, and that's what that kit is. Now the one on the left, that came about after, multiple natural disasters in multiple countries, the Japan quakes, the Somalian tsunami, Katrina, Haiti. I just went, I kind of want a bigger bag, and plus my family grew. And so I decided to step up. But you still don't want a bag that's going to take up half your trunk, and you want a bag you could actually carry. And honestly, my bag, filled with the way it is right now, is not that heavy. The Camelback, it's really not that heavy. And then my wife's bag, it's pretty light, but it's definitely in the middle. And besides the 5 essentials, which are water, that's why you want a bag with a dedicated water bladder, food, and right now we're just running Cliff Bars, but you can run MREs or some of the other camping dried food or whatever. You can run whatever you want to carry. But it has to be something you can carry and carry comfortably, because you never know how far you're going to have to carry it. And then you want a first aid kit, a trauma kit, and a survival kit. Now remember, first aid, that's comfort. That's a comfort kit. Trauma kit, that's a lifesaver kit. Alright? So if it's going to save your life, it better be, that goes in your trauma kit. And if it's just scrapes and burns and bruises and stuff, that, headaches and bug bites and that type of stuff, that goes in your first aid kit. And then, when you're talking about survival, you have a couple other things that are very important and you need to have in there, and that's your flashlights and, a little blade and some type of Leatherman or some type of multi-tool. And I'm going to do a whole separate video on the multi-tools that we carry in these 3 bags, because they're very important. If you think that this bag is something that's likely to never be called upon, well, honestly, I use mine all the time. I take it to the range with me for little things. And but if you just look at Hurricane Rita when they evacuated Houston, the hurricane never really hit, but what happened was those people got stuck on the freeways, and they ended up with no food, no water, no gas, stuck, and they panicked and were pretty retarded, and they were sucking bad. So it could be a suck fest, or you could reach into your kit. It's up to you. And these bags aren't hard to put together. I was going to do an update video with some of the stuff I got from Amazon to round out the 3 kits, but I think if I did that right, and said, look, I ordered all this, well, I was building my mom's kit from scratch, and it might have been a little overwhelming, so I am going to go through the other 2 bags. I do have a video on the bag on the left. I might do a little update video on that. But there's my cat again. Boomer, get out of the video. But really, you just need to buy the bag and get started. So, buy the bag, put some water in it, put some Cliff bars in it, stuff that won't melt, stuff that's not chocolate, and then get a little pocket knife, decent flashlight, and a decent multi-tool. If you can afford a Leatherman, buy a Leatherman. If you can afford, say, a 4/7 flashlight, buy a 4/7 flashlight. If all you can afford is a mini mag light, mini mag lights, they work fine. They're just not maybe as sophisticated as some of the 4/7s or Surefire or some of the other really good companies, Phoenix. There's plenty of good flashlight companies out there. But just get started and go out and buy you a cheap little first aid kit, and start looking at what you need to change about it. You're basically buying the bag. I did talk about that in the other video, but you just got to get started. So go out there and do it. Alright, if you have any questions, hit me up. Watch the other videos, and that's my other cat. I'm out.